we started recording. Well, me and Frank started recording music years prior, not for this specific project, but just when we first started to build. We just recorded a lot of music that we never released. But that was our incubation period to what we getting ready to do now. And it prepped us. But I want to say specifically, it was a particular joint on the album that I had recorded, just just kind of like playing around, just off of inspiration. And Frank heard it and kind of just took that song and spawned a whole another concept. And at that time I was still I had a bunch of other beats as well. And so once he spawned that, I said, you know what, well, let's see what you can do to this. I sent him a few more. And man, I'm trying to remember how much time had passed in between that time. It was only a few months. And the next thing you know, he sent me like a pack of what he recorded. And I'm like, wow, I guess we got an album. And it was the bulk of the album, and we just kind of took it from there as far as like fine tuning, adding, bringing in Shabam, bringing in different artists, Kamaria. But the core of the album was probably recorded about, I want to say, what was that, Frank? About 18, 19 somewhere.
19. All right, because well, the song that Chuck is talking about that spawned the album is his song called Goldie's Regret. Now, if you look at the artwork of the album, which was done by Yasin, it's inspired of blaxploitation era. Now, for those who are familiar with the blaxploitation classic, the Mac, that's the main character is Goldie, John Goldie Mickens, and then like one of the other co-stars, and it was Richard Pryor's character who's named Slim. Hence you get the name Slim and Mickens. But so Chuck had recorded Goldie's Regret when I was doing the recording sessions for my mixtape The Water of Musa back in 2018. And it was just like, he just came through like the vibe. It's like, it's been a minute since we've seen each other. Like, so I was like, yo, pull up. I'm having everybody come through. So like I had my homie like Mike Larry Draw, like my bro Zay, Good Time Slim, Gnosis, and it was all at the All Elements studio. Shout out to the bro Jay Ronan, who's actually responsible for the connection between Chuck and I. So then Chuck, he was sitting there, and then he was like, yo, I got this joint. It's cool if I record it. And it was like, nigga, go ahead. It was like, So it was just also like interesting because all I knew was Chuck behind the boards. You know what I mean? And then like, I kid you not, Chuck lays that joint down. And then, we was looking in a room, and this is like, everybody was just astonished. And I remember my homegirl, Shay, she was there. She was smoking. She goes, yo, this nigga killed that shit.
Funny thing, I couldn't hear anything because my headphones, I didn't hear none of the reactions or anything that was behind me.
Everybody was bugging because like, first off, like, and then Chuck, he played it back like real cool. Like he just like Chuck, he analyzed the room. He find his comfortable spot, and he just macked it. And he just vibing like that. Chuck could be extrovert when he need to, but like for most of the time, like you see, he just be chilling. Like it's like, yo, I don't need to be extra. Like my art speak for itself. That's just the energy of Chuck. And then after doing that joint, like I just seen like how crazy that was, and like time was passing by. Then that so that project Water of Musa came out in May 2018, and those sessions was probably like in February.
Yeah, so I remember that. Yep. I know it's coming back. I remember, because October is when I remember getting all of those songs. I remember it was October, but I just couldn't remember the date that I recorded Goldies.
Because you redid it at your other people's spot. Exactly.
That was March when I did that.
So
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
And I remember you sent me the new version. And then the next year, 2019, No, wait, it was still 2018, right? Because Ronan got married. It was at Ronan's wedding. That was it was September. That was September 2018. Yeah. So and that's when we started building.
That's when we said, okay, let's get in, let's really go in. You know what I'm saying? Let's get in the character. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started making newer beats, newer joints. You know, and to round the album, round it out. You know, and but yeah, man, that's pretty much how it started, man. That's, you know, the bulk of it.
That's a factorial. And then that's just like, and when I was like, yo, we should just do this idea, like, because you got the soul samples, and I'm thinking the 70s and da 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 da, and then that life was spawned from that, and it's quite magnanimous to see how.
Yeah.